Good afternoon, class. This discussion is going to be on the entrepreneur and businessman of Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes' life is synonymous with aviation. However, he had his dealings in a number of different business ventures that really propelled him to the top of the real tycoon list. Prior to World War II, Howard Hughes was heavy in aviation and backed by his tool company that his family owned back in Texas, had the money to dive into this realm of aviation. However, after World War II, he really got into more business ventures that really propelled him to the top of his craft. Uh, some things maybe not known about Howard Hughes and what really helped him gain wealth and really give back to the community is his with TWA or Trans World Airlines. And what that was is a airline manufacturer and company that started up after World War II that Howard Hughes really took a part of. He bought most of the shares of the company and also bought its first six airlines, the Constellation, Lockheed Constellation, and allowed, that's what I love about Howard Hughes, he allowed TWA to use five of those airlines, of those airplanes, while he used the sixth as a personal one. Some of the other business ventures that Howard Hughes was involved in was film. He was a big time film star as far as a producer. Uh, he, would produce these films. Some of them were great, some of them were not. Uh, there's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio called The Aviator that depicts Howard Hughes' life. There's a scene in there to where he's watching the movie and it's shown over and over and over again. And what had happened was that the movie that he produced flopped. So in order to save some money, he bought all of or as much as he could of the reels of that same movie and would watch them over and over and over again. He was a very eccentric man, very, I'm going to say a germaphobe from an upbringing to where things had to be a certain way. It was like a black stain or they tried to be a black stain on his credibility was after the war, just like many of the other famous companies like Lockheed, Douglas, Boeing, who all had military contracts from the government to produce airplanes or machinery during the war. Howard Hughes also had a stake in that as well. However, none of his planes or designs actually made it to production. So the Senate tried to, paint him as somebody who defaulted on these military contracts and tried to paint him as a criminal. Also, the same movie, The Aviator, was a very famous scene, and he was able to beat that and continue on. Howard Hughes is also the creator and builder of the famous Spruce Goose, or was the actual term was the Hercules, the airline or an airplane that can cross the Atlantic without stopping to save or to send material over to Europe without being struck by U-boats, which is a big threat to World War II. Howard Hughes was in land ventures. One thing I think that was very interesting looking through the research was that he was very dedicated to science and actually dedicated some of his land to building research facilities. He wanted to figure out what was life, to biomechanics of life. And so it's just really, really exciting to research Howard Hughes, all the different things that he had done. When he died in 1976, he was worth $1.5 billion, which equates about 5.6 billion in today's currency. He was a tomorrow seeker, which meant that he really looked into the future. How could he better the future? How could he produce things for the future? He was always looking for the horizon, whether it had been for his business ventures, for his airlines, for medical research, things of that nature. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy.